All right, today's Catholic Calisthenics workout is inspired by a gift I got from my parents this Christmas holiday. They have a treadmill and a recumbent bike in their workout room, and I wanted to add something to improve their strength, agility, and balance. All right, so this is what we got. Mom and Dad, I love you. I got some 7.5-pound dumbbells for you, and then I got a step. So let me talk to you very quickly about these two things. Now, this is the better aerobic step. It's called the step, right? You can get this on Amazon or your local fitness store. You can also get the Amazon version of this. If you're not going to beat it up too much, you can go ahead and get the Amazon Basics version. It's about $60. It's a little cheaper, but if you're not going to be beating it up too much, it will probably suffice for your gym. All right, so we're going to use that step. It's a 4-inch step. All right, remember the steps in your home are like 8 inches typically, so this is a 4-inch step, and it's great for balance. If you do want to raise it up a little bit, what it comes with in the box, little workout exercise equipment review guide, are these steps. All right, so these risers, okay, each one of them is 2 inches. So what it does is it allows you to put 2 risers, kind of like so, underneath the step, and you can bump your 4-inch step up to 8 inches, which is perfect. That's your residential step. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to leave it at 4 inches, but I am going to use this stack of 4 risers. And I guess I cheated because there's one thing I did not get my parents, but I'm going to give it to them as well, is this Eric's pad. So you can find an Eric's pad. This is Hemingway. Way is spelled W-E-I-G-H. That's a nice little piece of equipment, and that allows you to work on a little balance. So there's a little bit of a kind of a cushion to it, right? And so, but you can also stand on this. I can throw this on the floor. I can stand on it, bounce on it. So it allows me to work on a little bit of balance. We're going to put that on top of the 4-inch riser. All right. Then I have dumbbells, neoprene dumbbells, iron dumbbells, anything like this. I'm using 8-pound dumbbells for the video. I got 7.5 pounds for my parents. All right. So number one thing, get your heart rate up, get your body temperature up. That's going to be a walk. That's going to be a stationary bike ride, or you may just march in place or walk up and down your hallway. The one thing I want to say about that is that go for a walk, but when you get home, add a little bit of what we call agility and balance exercises by doing, let's say, walking on your heels, walking on your toes, and then do some high knee marches, just working on lifting your knee up high, but stay tall as you're doing so. As your knee goes up, don't slouch forward, stay tall, okay? And then one more is a side shuffle. So I'm gonna walk towards the camera, doing what we call a side shuffle. All right, so now I'm warmed up, I'm moving a little bit, okay? You can do some shoulder circles, big deliberate shoulders. I do some of these joint mobility exercises in other videos, but I can do 5 forward, 5 backwards, and then I can go into a whole arm rotation and just go as far as your arm wants to go. Don't press it or push it into any range of motion that's painful or too uncomfortable. You can also just reach out to the side, one arm at a time, and do rotations like this. All right, so again, we go for walks and bike rides just to get your whole body temperature up, and then we can kind of pinpoint different areas of your body. All right, so I do joint mobility in another video, but let's get moving on some of the strength, agility, and balance. All right, the step is first. 3 exercises for the most part. One is just an up, up, down, down. Just marching up, up, down, down. This is a great warm up. All right, I can, again, it's a warm up. I'm getting my heart rate up. It's all good. But I want you to be very deliberate, very intentional about where you step. Don't leave half of your heel hanging up off the step. I want to step totally up onto the step and back down. Totally up onto the step and stay tall each time. Come tall, back down. I led with my right foot on that set, and I can go to my left foot. All right, look down the step if you need to for your balance and safety, but make sure you're just staying tall. Don't slouch too much. What happens is that we begin to lose our balance, we're unsure of our stepping, and we begin looking down more, which then it leads to our posture flexing forward more, and now we're slouched over, okay? And we're doing that just to be protective, right? We're worried about a crack or gumball or curb or trim in front of us, but then we end up losing our posture. So let's not do that. So try to stay as tall as you can, even if you're looking down. That is an up, up, down, down stepping pattern. Let's do 10 per side. After that, what we're going to do is just step onto the step. Now we're going to do what we call step back. Work on stepping back and pulling yourself back up. Step back, pull yourself back up. And you'll see as my left leg goes back, my left arm goes forward, that helps with my balance. my balance is a total body thing. It's not just my foot, my ankle, my knee. It's everything working together, including my arms. And then when I step back with my right foot, my right hand goes forward. Step, good. If you want to really reach forward, that's fine too. Reach, good. All right? So those are two first stepping patterns. Now let's give your legs a break, catch your breath a little bit, and do some curls with the dumbbells. Okay? So we can do two things to start with your upper body. One can just be curls, all right? 8 times, 10 times. I'm not gonna do every repetition just for time, all right? And then the other upper body one I really like is if you have a chair, I'm gonna turn the chair around, put my hand on it like this, and then I can put one foot forward, and I'm gonna row. Just like I was pulling, if I was pulling a door open or starting a lawnmower, that's what I want you to think about, is just gonna start the lawnmower like that, pull and relax, pull and relax, all right? Go through there, about 10 on one side, 10 or 15, and then 10 on the other side, okay? So those are two great dumbbell moves to start with. Let's go back to the step. If we go here, this is what I liken this to is I'm stepping down off a curb and realize, oh, there's a car coming, I'm gonna step back up. So step down and then back up. All right, now this one is more challenging. It might bother your knees a little bit. If it does, stay away from it. But that's a good one for balance. We don't think about stepping forward as much. See how that feels? And if that's too much, you can also just do this on the floor. Step forward and then back. What we can do all these exercises on the floor as well. And one way to do that is to picture a clock. So to go to 12 o'clock, and then I can step out to 9 o'clock, and then I can step back to 6 o'clock. All right? All right, now you've got your heart rate up a little bit, you've got some blood flowing a little bit. Now let's stretch out. So two things we do is the reason we stack the pad like this, I'm gonna do two stretches. One, I'm gonna put my hand on something, a counter, my treadmill, a wall, and I'm just gonna bring my foot up onto the pad like this. I'm just bending my knee to stretch the muscles in the front of my thigh that also go over my kneecap. So the muscles that are up here that I'm feeling wrap all the way down below your kneecap and grab onto your shin bone, so it can really get sore or tight or crabby in my knee joint if these muscles get tight. So stand nice and tall here, count 20 to 30 seconds, stay nice and tall, and then switch. Stay nice and tall here, stretch the front of my other thigh. Then I'm gonna stretch the back of my thigh. The way I do that is by putting my foot up on the pad. And first, I'm just gonna stand up nice and tall, good posture. If you feel stretch there, you're good. You don't have to do anything else. If you wanna add a little bit to that, what I want you to do is bend your front knee a little bit, put your hand on your thigh or knee for support, and then just bend over. And you're kind of sticking your hips back a little bit, you can increase that stretch. So you may feel a stretch in your calf, you may feel the stretch in your hamstring. And then come out of that, relax, and then come back into that stretch. So by doing these two stretches, this is gonna hit the back of your thigh here, and then tall. And then by going in front here, this is gonna hit the front of your thigh. All right? Let's do one more in the step. Come back to the step. Now you're standing on a step like this, and I'm gonna step off to one side, and then the other side. All right? So step here, come back up, step here, come back up, there. All right, good. So I'm gonna use my arms with this as well, all right, and get that step. So that is side-to-side balance. So you see what we just did? We worked on just some cardiovascular work, some balance going up and down, and then we worked on how is your balance when you step back. Control that. So you step back and then control that. Then step forward, control that, and now we're stepping to the side, and we're working on that, what we call a dynamic balance. You don't lose your balance standing still. You lose your balance when you take a step. Especially if you're getting out of someone's way, you're stepping around a corner, you're stepping off of a little curb, that's where we lose our balance. All right? Finally wind up sitting down. We'll have a seat, get your breath, all right? What we want to do here is, first, just reach high to the ceiling. Make sure your shoulders feel okay doing that. You can do that. And if that is challenging enough to really press high, now as you press high, what I want you to focus on is not tucking your chin forward, not compensating with your spine or posture, All right, get nice and tall, 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 and relax. Tall, all right, and if you're okay with that, then you can grab a dumbbell and press that dumbbell overhead. That's gonna build strength in your shoulders, your back, and always sit up nice and tall so you're always working on your posture and your posture muscles as well. All right, and then if you want to do your curls here, you can also do your bicep curls here as well. Okay, you can also do this if you're on your recumbent bike. Now, multitasking is a little overrated. It's okay to work your whole body at once, but I also want you to work on just focusing on one body part or at a time as well. All right, so stepping patterns, step practice, dumbbell practice, and then some overall balance and agility. All right, so there you go. I hope all that makes sense. I hope that was fast enough. I can make some videos that are just the exercise videos with this equipment. Comment below if you're interested in that. I'm going to do more Catholic calisthenic videos in 2022. God bless you. Keep moving. Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad.